Welcome back into the Sports Source. Glad to have you today. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. You see it right there. They do spectacular work. You go to their website. Winter's here, so you got creatures trying to get into your home. Those bugs that are still out there, they want inside, but also wildlife wants in. Whether it's chipmunks, rats, raccoons, foxes, birds, you name it. Call their wildlife division. They can come trap them, remove them, and they can prevent them. If you talk to them ahead of time, they can help you line up ways to prevent that from happening. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. All right, end of the year, and I've given everyone a little bit of a challenge here to nominate the best story of the year. And by story, that could basically be anything. Best thing of the year, UT sports related, game, moment, series of games, month, play, coach, whatever. So I'll let whoever wants to go first can go first, but best of the year for 2018. What should fans remember?
John, I thought it was the Rick Barnes' basketball team being picked 13th in the SEC and becoming a co-champion. I thought that was just an outstanding effort by the team, the coaches, the fans embraced that team. That would be the one I would select. That a team picked 13th in the league ends up with a co-championship.
Okay.
And I would follow up on that by saying the story didn't end. It wasn't a bunch of seniors that now they're rebuilding. No, they're all back and they look like they're even better.
So you would go with the start of the 2018 season?
No, I'd go with the whole thing. I'm just saying it wasn't just Jimmy's story didn't end in March. It keeps going.
So your whole thing is the best thing to remember about 2018 is men's basketball in the year 2018.
Yes.
Okay.
Throw Grant Williams in there.
We're not detailing in here. We're going wide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If
I don't disagree. I'm just saying that's.
It go with football. I would go with the win at Auburn. I mean, when you go there as a huge underdog, a lot of Tennessee fans in the stands, and to me that was by far, even though you fall behind 10-0, you come back, you win the game. It was a little touch and go there at the end, but you still win. And I think that's the game a lot of Tennessee fans would say looking for the future. And plus, didn't that snap an 11-game losing streak in the SEC?
Yeah.
So that's pretty big stuff there.
That's right. You now have a win streak against 2 teams in the SEC that you played last. Josh, what's your nomination?
Yeah, I'm going to echo basketball thoughts. And if we think about the year 2018, as it was pointed out earlier, Tennessee began the year 0-2 in SEC play. And there were huge concerns then, but I don't think anybody really saw what was coming from there. And since then, Tennessee's won an SEC title, sharing it with Auburn in the regular season, and has carried it over this year to be in a really good position with a win over Gonzaga. And also, it's a really likable team. Rick Barnes and the coaching staff and the people behind the program and the players themselves. The fans, I think, have gotten to know this team. So I think it's allowed them to enjoy pulling for this team. The crowd for the Tennessee Tech game, I thought was incredible.
I had it on the script. I forgot to mention that.
It's 21,000.
Yeah, and the assistant coaches
You
for
had people
Tennessee
in the
were
very
bragging
top
about
row
it.
throughout the arena.
Which was pretty stunning. Yeah.
I happened to drive by Neyland Drive right at tip-off. I was going to lunch, wasn't going to the game, and at 1 o'clock there was traffic backed up in both directions. Over on the Ag campus, there's still people getting on shuttle buses.
That's great.
Yeah.
Maybe I ought to leave home a little earlier.
That's terrific that fans supported it like that. I was thinking more moments, and I had the win over #1 Gonzaga because you don't have many of those in your history. However, not in the situation where you're also in the top 10. That's a little different. Tennessee's upset Kentucky a few times when Kentucky was #1, but Tennessee wasn't at that level. When the whole world is watching you, and you go toe-to-toe with #1 and knock them off, that was big. But I couldn't make that my #1. My #1 was winning the championship. So the moment of getting that trophy, even though it was a split tie, split trophy, split win, split title, whatever you call it, with Auburn, Tennessee doesn't have many SEC basketball titles at all, outright or ties up. So to me, that championship was the one to remember. So what are we going with? The championship itself or just men's basketball 2018 and just say the whole big thing?
The whole big thing.
I'll vote for the whole big thing.
That wasn't the goal of this exercise, but I think it's probably the right answer. I think that's, instead of having a bunch of little things, I think that probably is it because that encompasses the championship, that encompasses the win over Gonzaga, the fact it's going on and on, the fans buying into this team.
It has a pretty good chance to repeat in 2019 when you think about it as the biggest story.
Depends on what's back. All right, when we come back, program's on solid ground, but this will be a different team next year. Hate to be negative, but Chuck, you went there. When we come back, worst story of 2018. What do we need to take an eraser to? We'll discuss that. Come on back.